Have you ever felt trapped by relationships that no longer serve you? Held back by memories of people who've moved on? Today, we're going to explore how the ancient Stoics can help us find freedom by learning to let go. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Minder Point, and today we're diving into one of life's most challenging skills, letting go of people. Whether it's a relationship that's ended, friendships that have drifted apart, or simply detaching from toxic connections, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers us powerful tools to move forward. Before we begin, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our weekly explorations of practical philosophy for modern life. Be free, 5 ways to let go of people. Stoicism. So why is letting go so difficult? As humans, we naturally form attachments. The Stoics understood this, but they also recognized that our happiness depends on focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. People with their own wills and journeys fall into that second category. Let's explore 5 Stoic practices that can help us release these attachments and find greater peace and freedom. Remember that change is natural. The first principle comes from Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." The Stoics recognize that impermanence is woven into the fabric of existence. Nothing remains the same forever, including relationships. When we expect permanence in a world of change, we set ourselves up for suffering. Practical exercise. The next time you find yourself dwelling on someone from your past, try this meditation. Visualize that person as they were in your life. Acknowledge the reality that they've changed and recognize that change itself is natural, not wrong or tragic. On-screen text. Change is not something to fear. It's the only constant in life. Consider how many different people you've been throughout your life. The child, the teenager, the young adult. Each version of you has given way to who you are now. The same is true for others. Sometimes relationships end simply because people grow in different directions, and that's perfectly natural. When we resist this truth, we create our own suffering. As Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Focus on what you can control. This brings us to our second principle, the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught that some things are within our power, while others are not. Our opinions, impulses, desires, and aversions are in our control. Other people's actions, opinions, and decisions are not. When we invest our emotional energy in trying to control others, their feelings toward us, their actions, or their decisions to stay or leave, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. Practical exercise. Write down everything about this relationship or person that's troubling you. Now draw 2 columns labeled "In My Control" and "Not in My Control." Sort each item accordingly. Focus your energy only on the first column. On-screen graphic. Simple table with 2 columns showing examples. You'll likely discover that most of what causes your suffering falls into the "not in my control" category. Your ex's new relationship? Not in your control. A friend's decision to move away? Not in your control. Others' opinions about the end of a relationship? Not in your control. What is in your control? Your response, your perspective, your decision to move forward with dignity. Practice negative visualization. The third technique comes from a Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. While it sounds pessimistic, it's actually a powerful tool for emotional resilience. Seneca advised, "He who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive." The Stoics regularly practiced visualizing the loss of things they valued, including relationships. Not to be morbid, but to appreciate what they had while they had it, and to be prepared for inevitable changes. Practical exercise. Take a moment each day to acknowledge that the people in your life are temporary gifts, not permanent possessions. Imagine your life without them, not with dread, but with the understanding that all relationships have a natural lifespan. On-screen text. Nothing lasts forever. Accepting this truth doesn't diminish love, it deepens appreciation. This practice doesn't make you cold or unfeeling. Instead, it helps you appreciate people more deeply while they're in your life, and it softens the blow when relationships change or end. You've already acknowledged this possibility, so it doesn't arrive as a complete shock to your system. Recognize cognitive distortions. Our fourth principle focuses on how our thoughts create our emotional reality. The Stoics were early cognitive therapists, recognizing that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our judgments about them. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. When we can't let go of someone, we're often caught in cognitive distortions, unhelpful thinking patterns that trap us in pain. Practical exercise. Identify the thoughts that keep you attached. Are you telling yourself, I'll never find someone like them again? Or, they were the only one who understood me? Challenge these thoughts with evidence to the contrary. On-screen graphic. Common cognitive distortions. All or nothing thinking. Fortune-telling mind. Reading emotional reasoning. Remember, thoughts are not facts. They're stories we tell ourselves, and we can choose different stories. A Stoic might say, this relationship has ended, but I've grown from it. I'm grateful for what was good, I've learned from what wasn't, and now I'm free to direct my energy toward what lies ahead. Cultivate self-sufficiency. Our final principle addresses the root of attachment, our belief that we need others to be complete. The Stoics emphasized autarkeia, self-sufficiency, and inner contentment. They taught that true happiness comes not from external relationships, but from cultivating virtue and inner tranquility. Others can complement our lives, but they shouldn't be the foundation of our well-being. Epictetus, who began life as a slave and knew about having freedom restricted, said, freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire. Practical exercise. Invest time in developing your relationship with yourself. Schedule regular solitude. Explore your interests. Rediscover who you are outside of relationships with others. On-screen text. The most important relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. This doesn't mean isolating yourself or avoiding meaningful connections. Rather, it means building such a rich inner life that you approach relationships from a place of wholeness, not neediness. When you know you can be happy and fulfilled on your own, letting go becomes much easier. You're not clinging to others out of fear, but choosing connections that genuinely enhance your already complete life. Conclusion. As we wrap up, remember that letting go isn't about forgetting people or pretending they never mattered. It's about accepting reality as it is, directing your energy toward what you can control, and cultivating inner freedom. The Stoics didn't advocate for emotional detachment. They advocated for emotional resilience. There's a world of difference. One cuts you off from life, the other helps you engage with it more fully. Let me leave you with this thought from Seneca. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Let go of what was. Embrace what is. Be free to discover what might be. If you found value in these Stoic principles, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need these insights. Drop a comment below sharing which of these techniques resonates most with you. And if you want to dive deeper into practical philosophy for everyday life, check out our playlist on Stoicism for modern challenges, linked in the description. Until next time, remember, you always have the power to choose your response, even when you can't control your circumstances.